Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for April 2022. Though time is fluid, I feel like I have to tell you that. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Taurus. You were intuitively guided, whatever brought you. Welcome. Taurus, I have to say, I read a lot for Taurus, personal readings, and I don't know a lot of Taurus people, but I have to say I feel like Taurus is acting different. Something is going on. This is the year of the lovers, and it's funny. There's two four people I know, each in their own relationship, where both went off and just decided to get married, just out of nowhere. And both, they don't know each other, but both had been together for like a period of time. One of them, I wouldn't have recommended it, but that's not my call. I don't know. We're in the year of the lovers, and it's showing. When Taurus starts getting mushy and lovey and all that, we're in the year of the lovers, right? Because, and that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing for you. It's kind of like throwing caution to the wind, so to speak. So, this is just things that I'm intuitively picking up for you. Let's just go ahead and get into your reading. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't do Mother Mary. Let's do a card for Mother Mary real quick. I feel like she is our words of wisdom. Give her a couple shuffles. And there we go. I like this. Optimism. That's exactly what I'm feeling. Like, like those who normally are, could be like workaholics, let's say, all of a sudden now are more interested in partnerships and relationships and love. And so I feel like it's a very optimistic viewpoint. Let's see what Mother Mary says. I expect good things to happen, and they do. I expect good things to happen, and they do. I think I may name your title that. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. I have a pretty heavy, really heavy, it's not a shirt, I don't even know what I would call it. It's actually my boyfriend's pullover because it's chilly. But if it gets in the way, I'll pause it. Because I feel like it may get in the way of the cards. We'll see. All right. You ready? Let's go. Okay, we open with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be. Queen of Cups, cups speak of relationship, love, in all its forms, harmony. We have the Six of Swords. First of all, noticing that the 6, which is the year we're in, Universal Year 6. We just left the 5, and that's exactly what they're doing in the Six of Swords. The 5 was about, the toxicity in my life, what held me down, what held me back, what became mental type energy. 6 is leaving it. The willingness to go through the rough waters, knowing, with my knowing that the calm waters are ahead. We have the Two of Swords. 2 swords. Well, maybe this is what somebody wants to do. We have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is looking back at the person in the 2 swords like, what are you, nuts? Like, it's almost like, your soul talking to your human self, saying, like, what are you, nuts? We've worked too hard for something. In the 2 swords, she's wearing a blindfold, but I feel like the person in the 9, which again is yourself, is saying, you don't need, it's almost like silliness, like you don't need that blindfold. You don't need that blindfold. Some of you may have left a relationship, or you're thinking of leaving a relationship and you're just not sure. It may freak you out a little bit, being on your own. But again, your higher self is, there's like no doubt that you'll be fine, right? Again, 6 of Swords talks about, yes, with the change from the 5, there is a little choppy waters, right? It's not all roses, but they're there. You'll get there, right? If I do nothing, if I stay in the 2 swords energy, well, that's what remains. But your soul's like, are you crazy? I don't know why I'm saying it like that. All right, we have Justice. Well, I don't know. Kind of feels like someone is thinking of a potential divorce, a potential cutting of ties. Also a card of Libra, by the way. And there you go, the 2 of Pentacles. Can I do it on my own? Can I do it on my own? I feel like there's this doubt that seeps in, but that's man-made. Because the answer is yes, all day long. You can do whatever you want to do, but you want to do it with clarity. And the only way you can have clarity is to take the blindfold off. So I definitely feel like someone is, has thought about cutting ties with someone, and it's just that in-between period that makes me nervous. We have the Page of Cups. There could be a child involved. Excuse me, I'm going to grab a drink real quick. There could be a child. We have the Strength card. Strength card's inner. This is inner energy. Inner healing, right? My answers come from within. So even if the swords are created from without, I've still taken it in right? And I think what I mean by that is like, you know, like taking on other people's belief system type thing. No longer believing in yourself, giving up on yourself, your dreams. I do feel like someone wants to cut ties. Well, let's go underneath. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. These two queens are connected. We have the Seven of Cups. Look at the question. The questions around the Six of Swords. So this may not have happened yet. But I think, like, you know, if I'm like at home and maybe I'm connected to someone and you know, maybe it doesn't feel good and it is toxic and I know all that. But yet, you know, the thought of change and can I do it? Will I be okay? All of that. First of all, the answer is yes. You know, I expect good things to happen, and so they do. I expect good things to happen, and they do. That is the perfect message that you needed, I think, right now. We have the Three of Cups. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. See the three threes. Always reminds me of justice. First of all, I feel like with the Three of Pentacles here, with the Nine of Wands and the Strength card, I feel like this is, you know, what is it that, where does my doubt lie? It's within your uniqueness. So whatever unique to you, you know, and that's usually the thing that sometimes the people closest to us attack. I don't know why, but you know, I feel like we all kind of know that. Now, probably not everywhere, not everyone, I know that. But it is that thing, like, you know, that can be attacked. And sometimes I feel like depending on really, you know, what's going on in the sky, depending on the situation around you, can determine whether you decide, you know, to take it on as your own, right? It becomes your belief system now. So now you don't think you're good enough. Now you don't think you can get through. Now you do feel like you're stuck. You know what I mean? And it's quite the opposite. It's trying to teach you that it's the opposite. And I feel like you feel that. Like, you know, I don't know, like, if you know, it's like I want to appreciate it for my uniqueness. Now, I don't know if you're asking for that or if it just naturally follows. I don't think you're getting it. That's the problem. So, let's say this Queen of Cups. You know, and it's interesting because I feel like we're talking more about leaving a relationship right now than anything. But let's say that is ultimately what she wants. And listen, maybe she feels guided more into like a creative path. And the energy that's around her just, you know, it's no longer serving her for sure. There were definitely lessons to learn that allow your soul to expand, but I think your soul gets it. Now you just gotta get it, type of thing. So, anyways, I feel like, you know, what I need to do here is, you know, I guess I got to be willing to go through the choppiness. But I think that's why the Queen of Pentacles showed up for many in it, and I think it's talking about the details, right? If you're someone who, let's say you are cups, you know, you have like cups in your, you have water in your moon, your rising, or, you know, something like that. Um, you know, and then you're planning your life. Well, you're going to plan it differently than the Queen of Pentacles would plan it. But you put the two together, and I think it's pretty awesome energy, actually, because the Queen of Pentacles says, "Let's get grounded." Right. First and foremost, it's becoming grounded. What's the Queen of Pentacles um, gift? Let's say her gift is, you know, where the Queen of Cups is about emotions and she's a nurturer, right? And she's good at it. Queen of Pentacles may be even a little bit opposite. She's good at seeing details that other people just miss for whatever the reason. I feel like that's why, if she wants to, she can climb in business climb up in business very quickly. But I feel like as it speaks to the next move, it's about a plan. You know, if you need to put a plan together, put a plan together. You know, a 1 and a 2 and a 3, or an A and a B and a C. We have the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So some of you, I feel like, you know what, you're just feeling like the energy of Aries, right? The energy of new beginnings and planting seeds and action. You're starting to feel that energy, and maybe, you know, it's the energy, like it's what I want, it's the direction I want to go. But nonetheless, you know, here I am, or here I was. You know what? I'm going to use the that new deck I got, the Lustrous Tarot. Not normally I wouldn't use as a clarifier, to be honest. Look at that, 2 cups on the bottom of the deck. You know, truth be told, if we're looking for divine energy, certain doors must be closed. You know, certain doors must be closed. All right, excuse me. We have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Coming over justice. It's funny because I'm thinking, you know, like I had my feet up, and I have my chair up, and I was like so comfortable. And I'm thinking, dang it, now I gotta uncross my legs, turn around, get the card. You know, it's like the King of Pentacles is kind of like getting on my nerves. Why don't you come to the table? And I'm thinking, am I feeling this because this is how you feel towards someone? You know what I mean? Like, kind of like you get on my last nerve. I know that's not for everyone, but I'm definitely feeling that for a reason. King of Pentacles, we do have the Queen. I don't know. They could be, it could be speaking of them, but I feel like our main character is this Queen. No matter the sign, you know, it's Taurus reading, right? Which is Earth. But I feel like still, you're this Queen here. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles. We have the Devil. Card of Capricorn. We have the 5 of Pentacles. I guess we're clarifying. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Look at that, 2 8s, 88. Really, 3 8s. 888. 888, yeah. 3 8s. New beginnings. Well, let's keep going. We have, look at this, the Nine of Cups. Definitely feels someone wants to free himself. And then we have the Moon, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. It's funny because I'm doing this reading around the Virgo full moon. I may be saying that because maybe that's when something is taking place around a full moon. You know, maybe it's not the Virgo moon. Maybe it's was it Libra? Anyway, it's pretty clear to me that this queen wants to free herself. Wants to be in this Nine of Cups energy, right? I feel like wants to be by herself. Not even whether I'm by myself or not. I just feel like there's someone I don't want to be with. You know, and I feel like it's probably someone that's like hurt you more than one time, because I do feel like you probably took him back. Maybe you had a child with him. I don't know. But I feel like at one time, like, they hurt you pretty badly, and you may have taken him back. I don't think that's happening again. I know well, I shouldn't say I know, because I don't know. Free will is free will. But I don't think that's what's happening again. Quite the opposite, because I feel like really what's going on with all this fire energy, right, underneath you, like lighting your way, lighting your path, inspiring you. What comes out with the Eight of Pentacles, you know, this is anything that you want to build. Like, if you're willing to focus on it, you're going to build it. You're going to be successful. You're going to find that Nine of Cups. That Nine of Cups is inner harmony, as is the Strength card. The Strength card is the balance. You know, finding that balance of, you know, maybe truth and lie. I think instead of saying, you know, how do I say it? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's no question here that, you know, you can succeed and you can find what it is. You can find this, you know, I feel like it's more about an inner self, but also within the material world. Like, I want to be able to make it at the same time. But I feel like at the same time you're being inspired. So, you know, the moon casts a few shadows over the Six of Swords. You know, what's above it, the Five of Pentacles. That's where I feel like I was thrown out into the cold. It's kind of like a tower type energy. But at the same time, unbeknownst to me, where it's moving me is towards soulmate type energy. So, you know, past, you know, past, you know, now I'm moving towards soulmate energy. And actually, this is where, you know, I want to say through the struggle is where I gain my empathy and compassion. Without the struggle, maybe I never, you know, like, I wouldn't, like, I'm meant to be a certain way. So sometimes it's a difficult journey to have to take, but if you have to take it, it means your soul's strong enough to take it. It's meant to take it. Because, I feel like the tougher the journey, the better the reward. If we're looking for a reward at the end of the day. But I definitely feel that. So, Eight of Pentacles says, if you're willing to focus, put your focus, let's say, on your pentacles, and I feel like it's something that must bring you a sense of joy, of happiness. Maybe it's something you get lost in. I don't know. Maybe it's something that pulls you into the late hours of the night. And it like piques your interest. Like follow that path. And maybe you already are. And next is maybe the cutting of the ties of who and what is not serving me. Okay. We have Capricorn and Pisces connected. I just want to say that. Okay, well that's a lot. But there'll probably be all we'll take. We have the High Priestess. Exactly. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I want to change. I want to leave. I want to cut ties. I want to live my life this way, a different way. What do I do? Sometimes I feel like the universe hears you, and a tower falls, and that tower, you feel like it's hurting you, but really what it's doing is it's sending you in a different direction. And that different direction is like home. You think you're home, but you're really not. We have the King of Wands. Can be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Carrying a lot of Leo energy right there. We have the Eight of Wands. Now we're moving quickly into wand action. Wand energy. I want to say too, what I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. What did Mother Mary say? I expect good things to happen, and they do. I expect good things to happen, and they do. Eight of Wands. What I think about, I bring about. The Nine of Cups is right above that, right? That's inner harmony. If I want that, I just need to go within. I need to see what's like shaking up my emotional house, and what's truth and what's lies, and what's my life and what's their life. Again, some of you may be found yourself in a pattern with someone who I feel like, maybe each time it's worse. So, know that, right? Don't have a blindfold on. See it. Know that, close that door, because closing that door tells the universe that, listen, this isn't what I want. Some people are here to teach us what we do want, but some people are here to teach us what we do not want. Claim it to the universe. No, this is not what I want. This is not my beautiful wife. We have the Magician. The Magician. It's funny, I just did an audio video for personal year 1, and then I also did one for personal year 2. It's all I've gotten done so far, but that is the Magician's type energy, is the one, and that is the Magician. The Magician, I feel like, is really the reminder of all that you are and all that you have, like all the tools that you carry. I feel like the Magician kind of is the teacher of the Fool. letting the Fool know that, you know, anything that arises during this journey, you have gained the wisdom to step right over it. The Magician is also a reminder that you yourself are creating from this very moment, right? What I'm thinking about, what I'm doing is what I'm creating, is I'm creating my future. So why not make it, you know, make it bright? Like, I expect good things to happen, and then they do. Look at that, Temperance, divine timing, all in divine timing. Card of Sagittarius, by the way. You know, I like the High Priestess with Temperance because I feel like this is your intuition learning to really trust divine energy, let's say, and not just trust it, but co-create within it. I don't feel like divine is only meant to create for us. I feel like we're also meant to create. Like we're the co-creator of our life. What we think about, we bring about. Temperance is divine timing, right? You know, give me a moment, let me put it together. Sometimes it's waiting for us, sometimes we're waiting for it. But the High Priestess and Temperance together, I feel like you're divinely starting to feel your intuition. We have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Well, so something then, let's say I do cut these ties to whatever was in that Five of Swords, right? That keeps, I don't want to say they kept a blindfold on me, I kept a blindfold on myself, but the energy, right? Just, where was I going with this? I don't even know. I just feel like when that door closes, because I feel like it's got to close. It's got to close. And not only has it got to close, I feel like you've got to believe in yourself that you can create. You can create a very joyful type life, a very harmonious type life. But you just got to be willing to do what it takes. And that is taking all blindfolds off, being real with yourself, not allowing yourself to live within the pain or in the emotional house, right? If anything, I learn from it, I expand from it, and maybe it then becomes part of my wisdom, and maybe I create from it. And I just want to say, I feel like as I move along that path, the more that I am in that Eight of Pentacles type of energy, I feel like the more that I am just connected. It's almost like I'm connected to divine. And I feel like now that you are in this house of more self-joy, it's just automatically opening the universe. You're automatically opening up to the universe. And I feel like in that, through divine timing, this is when the next adventure begins. I don't know that maybe we're not meant to know any more than that. I just feel like this is when the next adventure begins. So, I feel like your creative house is everything. It's been that way. You know, and that can be like how you make your money. That can be, you know, like your hobbies, what you do after work, that you would like to make it your full-time. Again, whatever you focus on is what you're going to grow, especially within your pentacles. You know, I feel like if this is the cutting ties, so be it. So be it. You know, I don't want to sit here and say I feel sorry for you. And I have been in your shoes, and I do feel sorry for you. But on the other hand, I also know where you can go, where you could be, where you will be, right? And it's all in your hands. It's all in your hands. I expect good things to happen, and they do. I love you guys. Thank you for all that you do for me. Thank you for supporting my channel in all your many different ways. I expect good things to happen, and they do. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.